welcome to Smackdown Live. I am the Pibman, you are the Pibmen, and this is Pibman Games. And we are set for a great night of action, as always. And what a way to start things off here. On his way to the ring is the former WWE Champion Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, of course, lost his title at the Elimination Chamber in the Elimination Chamber match. He was eliminated by Dolph Ziggler. We have yet to see Chris since that turn of events, so tonight we will see what Chris Jericho has to say about all of this. And I can't help but think he is out here to do what the men did last week. And talk about his claim to the WWE Championship. We saw Finn Balor make his claim. We saw Dolph Ziggler and Rusev make their claim. And tonight I can't help but think Chris Jericho is going to do something very similar. But mark my words, let's hear it from the man himself, Chris Jericho. Bold couple of words from the former WWE Champion Chris Jericho to all men seeking an opportunity at the WWE Championship. But speaking of championships, tonight in our main event, as announced last week, the Tag Team Championships will be on the line. Also tonight, we will be seeing Kane in action. But as for right now, it's Elias and Cedric Alexander in one-on-one action next. Now awaiting his opponent, the former cruiserweight competitor Cedric Alexander makes his way to the ring. Since our arrival here in Pibman Games, neither of these men have done exactly what they've wanted to do. No championships between the two and very minimal victories between the two. But tonight, it's their chance to offset one another and the opportunity for one to become one richer in the win department. Cedric Alexander and Elias set to go one-on-one right here, right now, and only on Pibman Games. Bell sounds and we are ready for some action. To begin, they lock horns and Cedric Alexander surprisingly able to overpower Elias here, who backs him into a corner, and they're going to lock up once again though. Back control sends Elias down. Now with ground control, but Elias able to stand up and now reverses it. He's on the backside now with a back to belly there. Into the headlock, Cedric Alexander able to get out there with a head scissor. Squeezes it tight and we're able to break it up here. Exploder suplex by Cedric Alexander after that amazing handoff there between the two. Goes for the cover, but it's only a one. Elias picked up to his feet here now, though. Locking horns once more. Elias has him here in a headlock in the standing position. Able to knock him down after he sweeps the feet, and Cedric Alexander looks frustrated. Irish whip sends Cedric to the ropes here. DDT drives Cedric into the ring. Head going straight into the canvas. Both these men trying so hard here for some offense, but both coming up short until right now because Elias now knocking Cedric down after the repeated strikes. And he goes to the second rope now. Calling for Cedric. Picks him down and he's on the ground, goes for the splash and he misses. Cedric was too quick for him. And Cedric realizes the position that he has Elias in, maneuvers out of the clothesline, going for a body slam, but Elias turns it into that inverted DDT. Now Elias going to wear down Cedric Alexander. He realizes how much quicker Cedric actually is than him. Not to take anything away from Elias, he is a very athletic competitor here on the Pibman Games roster, but Cedric certainly, like I said, has that history in the cruiserweight division, so he does surely have the speed advantage. We'll see if he can maneuver out of that, but no, this time it is set in stone as Elias able to hit Cedric with the double axe handle from the second rope. The pin was not successful though, as we see a one count as Cedric was able to kick out. Now Elias still continuing to work on Cedric here, but I spoke too soon. Cedric reverses into an inverted DDT of his own. Picking up Elias here, but Elias able to hit him with the arm drag, and maybe he can gain control once more. Has him here, could be looking for that inverted neck breaker. Yes, he does, and here's the cover. Kick out at 2 by Cedric Alexander. We've seen men on the Pibman Games roster be put away with that move, so very impressive victory in its own for Cedric Alexander, but this here has got to hurt. Elias stepping on the fingers of Cedric Alexander, and it's all legal. But Cedric hits him with the drop there, and here we go, the face buster into the cover. Cedric, just a 2 count though, and Elias stays in it. Cedric thought that he had put Elias away there, but think again, Cedric, this match continues on. Vicious chop sends Elias to the ropes here, but now Cedric throws him outside of it. Cedric in the ring, and what could he be thinking? No. Suicide dive by Cedric Alexander, the former cruiserweight. Cedric with an amazing feat of offense here against Elias. All he has to do is send him into the ring here. And he does. Elias goes in, Cedric to follow, but maybe he's not going for the cover here. Cedric could be thinking something else. Cedric's on the top rope. The top turnbuckle, and down he goes with that flying elbow, knocking Elias straight to the ground, and now is the cover. Just a 2 count there, and Elias once again is able to stick with it. But here now we have a headlock as Cedric tries to take down the energy level here of Elias and kind of move along the ending of this match here, because we all know the longer this match goes, the harder it gets to finish your opponent from a stamina and fatigue level. But now Elias able to get control here as he hits him with that backbreaker from the shoulders. Elias now to the second rope once more. This is the 3rd time in the match we've seen it. Goes for the axe handle, but he comes up short this time. But once again, we see another inverted DDT off of the reversal by Elias. Elias now has Cedric up. Once again with that spinning inverted neckbreaker. But can Elias get the cover? No, and Cedric with an amazing feat there, kipping up. And he could be fired up and ready. But no, Elias able to shut him down here with the Thez Prez. Elias could be going for his finishing maneuver, but Cedric able to kick out of it. Cedric at all costs trying to get away, but Elias realizes the momentum that Cedric has come, that he has earned here, and Cedric now able to get free. Could this be the beginning of the end for Elias? Here is the roll-up here. Amazing athleticism, but it only works out for a 1 count as Elias is able to kick out Cedric to the apron now. With the springboard, hits him with that amazing forearm. Opts not to go for the cover, drops yet another elbow. And now dragging Elias. What could he be thinking as Cedric goes to the top rope here? I'm not sure what he's going to pull off. Yet another elbow is dropped, and here is the cover. But it's a kick out by Elias. Cedric maybe looking to put things away here as he calls to the crowd, and the crowd responds. Here we may see that lung blower, and if we do, I can assure you this match is all but over. Picking him up now. A face buster once again, opts not to go for the cover this time, and now Cedric could be thinking the lung blower. We were about to see something amazing. Backdrop into the lung blower there. Unbelievable. Look at the impact. Watch Elias as he makes contact with those knees, and Cedric isn't finished. Cedric, yet again with the lung blower. That's 2 in a row. He does not want Elias to kick out from this one. 2 lung blowers, dragging him into the middle of the ring, and here is the cover. And that will do it to just about anybody. 2 lung blowers in a row to Elias, and that's what it took to take him down. We just saw some astounding astounding one-on-one match here tonight to start off Pibman Games. Amazing. Cedric able to overcome the signature maneuvers from Elias and able to hit Elias with a couple of his own and come up with the victory here tonight. We are just 5 weeks away from WrestleMania, and Cedric has his eyes wide open on it. The Big Red Machine, Kane, makes his way to the ring now. Kane, of course, was involved in the Elimination Chamber match just a couple of weeks ago. It looked as if Kane could make it to the end of the match, but Samoa Joe was able to choke Kane out with the Coquina Clutch. And I can already tell that Kane is not in a good mood because of it. Kane wanted to get his hands on the WWE Championship once more this late in his career. Kane has had some sort of renaissance here in the latter years of his career, just the same as we've seen from Chris Jericho since the launch of the Pibman Games YouTube channel. Brian Kendrick, I will let you know that you are one of the most unlucky men here in all of Pibman Games, as he is about to step into the ring in one-on-one action against the Big Red Machine Kane, and not just a regular Big Red Machine Kane, a very pissed off one. Kane is not in a mood for anything except for a championship. Brian Kendrick is about to find that out in one way or another. Can you imagine though, if Brian Kendrick can actually put away Kane here? That would do wonders for his career and his success here in Pibman Games. We're all ready to start here, and Kane with the repeated strikes on Kendrick here as he has him up to the shoulder, throws him directly into the ropes, and that has got to hurt. Those ropes are not as soft as you would think. The amount of restraint on them certainly will put a hurting on you. And Brian Kendrick already this early on in the match is in trouble at the hands of the Devil's favorite demon. Being dragged here by the hair, and Kane has him draped across the ropes now. Could be looking here to choke Kendrick out here, and the ref needs to stop that there. That is an illegal maneuver. Kane, though, to the top. Very odd choice of offense here from Kane, but from the stuff we've been seeing from Kane lately, is it really that weird? This man is the very top of his career. the very top of his performance, but Bryan is able to maneuver himself out of the chokeslam, would have surely put this match in the books, but this may be the wrong time for Kendrick to boast about it, because Kane is already to his senses here. He slams Kendrick down, and you can see Kendrick is in trouble. His back hurts. We'll see if he can break out of this choke slam, but I highly doubt it. Has him here. We'll see. Choke slam straight to hell. Brian Kendrick is done. Convincing victory here tonight by the Devil's favorite demon, the Big Red Machine, Kane. Is on top of the world. But Kane here with the microphone. Kane has called out Samoa Joe. After Samoa Joe choked Kane out of the Elimination Chamber, and Kane wants retribution. Watch out, Samoa Joe. Kane is one man I would not want to be in the ring with. Now next week, we will hear from the WWE Champion himself, AJ Styles. We also can now say that the Hardcore Championship will be on the line in a rematch from the Elimination Chamber. In a hardcore match of all matches, but right now, it is time to put the tag team titles on the line as the Usos versus Orton and Corbin. And that is next. But first, I guess here is Chris Jericho. And there is our general manager, Shane McMahon. Chris Jericho apparently is going to have to wait, like everyone else, for the decision on who will face AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Now, with AJ Styles being here on SmackDown Live next week, you have to wonder what he has to say about all this. All of these different men coming for the championship. Who does AJ Styles want to defend it against at WrestleMania? Who does Styles want to main event WrestleMania with? I'm not sure whether or not it matters what he wants, because I guess the final decision does lie in the hands of Shane McMahon, but we certainly will hear it from the mouth of AJ Styles next week. Now, tonight, in this matchup here for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, we do have a very interesting dynamic. Randy Orton and Baron Corbin, these former SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, they lost their championships at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view just a couple of weeks ago to these men here, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. This has been a very long and drawn-out rivalry, and it's been before the launch of the Pibman Games YouTube channel, since the days of the Instagram posts there for the WWE 2K18 Brand Split Draft Tournament. This takes us out for round 1 action between Baron Corbin and Jimmy Uso. It has evolved into this. The Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, we may have seen the Usos win, and we may have seen the Usos prove to Randy Orton and Baron Corbin that they are a better team. They have argued all along Randy Orton and Baron Corbin are not a team. They're two singles competitors with too big of egos to work in a team setting. At the Elimination Chamber, they'd all but proved it. There was animosity between those two competitors, and because of their animosity between each other, we ended up with new tag team champions. Now tonight, we will see if Randy Orton and Baron Corbin have realized what they lost, if they are able to get it together, work as a team, work together to earn this victory. Because if they don't, the Usos showed that they absolutely will get the best of them. Because they are one of the best tag teams in all of professional wrestling, in all of the world. Whether it's Japan, whether it's America, whether it's anything. The Usos are at the top of their game. The Usos are on the top of the world. If Baron Corbin and Randy Orton want to defeat them, they are going to have to work together. At the Elimination Chamber, we saw the absolute opposite of that. Can they do it tonight? That is what we are about to see. That is the deciding factor here in this matchup. But it's now time for the main event. Here we go. The bell will sound and we're off. To start things off, we have Corbin and Jay. Has him here in an arm lock and able to give him a couple shoulder blocks here. Wearing down Jey Uso this early in the match. If there's one thing that the Usos have over Orton and Corbin, aside from the outstanding tag team ability, it would be the amount of speed that the Usos have. Baron Corbin and Randy Orton both heavyweights of this business, both huge individuals, 6'7" in height. Randy Orton calling for a tag here, and Corbin maybe deciding in the end to give it to him, but it did take him a second, and it's that split second that can be the deciding factor in a matchup, but this time does not bother them here, but there that did bother him as he goes for the drop kick, and it's maneuvered out of. Jey Uso able to maneuver out, but now Randy has him, and he has control once more. Orton and Corbin, like I said, though, 6'7", themselves are just huge competitors, and here's the tag to both men, Corbin and Jimmy. Repeated elbow strikes here by Jey Uso knocks Baron Corbin down. But Corbin able here to hit him with the the fireman's carry, and Orton is already calling for the tag, and Randy Orton and Baron Corbin are at each other's throats once more, and like I said, it's that split second that can affect a matchup, and Jimmy Uso takes control during that 1 second that Baron Corbin was out of the game, and now Jimmy has the control over Baron Corbin. Corbin, though, with a big right hand, setting Jimmy down, and now he goes for Jey Uso, but Jey Uso is smartened up to their tactics here, and now once again, that second of imperfection brings the Usos to a spot in the match where they are now in control. As Baron Corbin is in trouble, the Usos have taken him to their side of the ring here and are continuing the attack. Randy Orton helpless as a partner right now. Corbin able to maneuver out of the ring though, and he knocks Jey Uso down. But this here is part of the issue. Right now, Baron Corbin is taking on both of these individuals rather than Orton and Baron Corbin working together to take down these two competitors. sure it worked out in his favor. Both men are on the ground, but how long can that last? Randy Orton saying, tag me in, it's time for me, but Baron doesn't want to do it, and yet again, the imperfection there puts this in the hands of Jimmy Uso, and I think Randy Orton is getting frustrated. He's calling for the tag once again. Going for the cover here is Jimmy Uso, but Baron Corbin able to kick out here. Corbin maneuvers himself out of the way for that super kick. Repeated knees to the midsection here. And Orton, you can just see the frustration there on the apron. Calling for the tag here again. And they're arguing. They're absolutely not on the same page, but Randy Orton tagged himself in here, and now he's arguing to Corbin himself, and once again, that distraction there allows the Usos to take control. Jay now tagged in by his partner Jimmy. Great tag team wrestling here on display from the Usos, as Jay now up to the second rope, goes for the senton and misses. Orton, back body drop, sends Jay Uso down. Jimmy able to grab Randy Orton here, and this is an example of great teamwork. Randy is able to get out of it though, decides to take his attention though to Jay instead of retaliating there against Jimmy Uso, and that may have been a smart decision. But Corbin already calling for the tag, even though he'd been in the matchup for so long, and Randy Orton's going to give it to him. He says, maybe you think you can do better, go for it. But I can assure you, Randy Orton is not happy about it, but this match could be close to over because we just saw the Deep Six, and now it may be time. Yes! The end of days as Corbin now goes for the cover, and Randy deciding, opting to not kick the pin out, to not stop Jimmy Uso from kicking the pin out, and Baron Corbin not happy about it. These two are arguing now because Randy Orton decided to let the Usos kick the pin out. Maybe Randy Orton wants the glory for himself, and I can assure you that's exactly what Baron wants. Now Baron is attacked here by Randy Orton. Jey Uso not sure what's going on here in the ring. Jay slamming down on Baron Corbin, but now he takes his attention to Orton here. Orton able to reverse here and knocks Jay and Baron down. Randy Orton has exploded. This team has imploded, and I think Randy Orton is out of here. Randy Orton just walked out on this matchup, and now it is up to Baron Corbin to face this 2-on-1 action, which I guess in the long run may have been exactly what Baron Corbin had wanted all along. This team has absolutely imploded. There is no going back anymore. These two men attacking each other in the ring. Randy Orton leaving him for dead. Orton and Corbin, the chapter is over as now the Usos are going to put away Baron Corbin. Jimmy up to the top once more after their signature splash, and there is another corkscrew from the top. There is the 3 count, and there you have it. The Usos retain their SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. Unbelievable action we have witnessed. The Usos undoubtedly win the matchup here tonight after Randy Orton and Baron Corbin fail to get on the same page. And if they were on different pages before, they're on page 1 and page 40 now. Couldn't be further away from an ideal team. Congratulations to the Usos, nonetheless, the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Thank you guys for tuning in and sticking around. It was a great night of action, as always. Make sure to tune in this Sunday for the Raw branded Fastlane pay-per-view. It's going to be great. I am the Pibman, you are the Pibmen, and this has been Pibman Games. Until next time.